Hello everyone! Today we're talking about an event that has left its mark on world history. The first American Pope of the Catholic Church has been elected. On May 8, 2025, Chicago-born Cardinal Robert Prevost was enthroned at the Vatican as Pope Leo XIV. This is a turning point in 2,000 years of church history. But who is Robert Prevost and why is this election so important? And how is the world reacting to this historic event? Let's get into the details. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Robert Francis Prevost was born in Chicago in 1955 into a family of Spanish and French-Italian descent. As a child, he was deeply committed to the church. His family were active Catholic parishioners in Dolton, a south suburb of Chicago. After serving as an altar boy, Prevost was ordained a priest in 1982. He spent much of his career in Peru. He was a missionary in Trujillo for 10 years and served as Bishop of Chiclayo from 2014 to 2023. In 2023, Pope Francis named Prevost head of the Vatican's dicastery for bishops. This role involves the critical responsibility of evaluating and appointing candidates for bishops around the world. In this position, Prevost supported Francis's reforms, in particular advocating for a greater role for women in church governance. In an interview with Vatican News in 2023, he said that the female perspective was enriching. Prevost is a member of the Augustinian order and led it for more than 10 years. Augustinians adhere to the principle of living together in harmony, and Prevost's leadership style reflects this philosophy. After the death of Pope Francis on April 21st, 2025, at the age of 88, a conclave was convened at the Vatican. 133 cardinals participated in a secret voting process in the Sistine Chapel. The conclave began on May 7th and lasted only 2 days. On May 8th, at the end of the second day, white smoke rose from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, heralding the election of a new pope, Habemus Papam. We have a pope. The senior cardinal deacon announced from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, announcing the election of Cardinal Robert Prevost as Pope Leo XIV. A quick election shows Prevost's strong support within the church and unity among the cardinals. An hour after his election, Pope Leo XIV stepped onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica and addressed 1.4 billion Catholics. He wore the traditional red papal cape, a departure from the austere style of Pope Francis. Speaking in Italian and Spanish, he said, "Peace be with you all," and emphasized that the church must assume a unifying mission. In his speech, he paid tribute to the legacy of Pope Francis and said he would continue his call for unity and dialogue. We must be a church that builds bridges by working together and shows love through dialogue. The fact that he did not use English in his first address shows that he is taking an international approach as a global leader. Pope Leo XIV plans to continue Pope Francis's reforms. In particular, he supported the decision to include women in the dicastery of bishops, and in an interview with Vatican News in 2023, he noted that women play an enriching role in church governance. In 2024, he told Catholic News Service that women offered a detailed perspective in the selection of bishops. Everyone is a missionary and must spread the gospel everywhere, he told Vatican News in an interview. His focus on the poor and marginalized communities suggests that Francis will continue his policies. However, his wearing of the traditional papal cape suggests he may bring back some traditional elements. The election of Pope Leo XIV has reverberated around the world. In Chicago, Prevost's hometown, Catholic communities celebrated with joy. In Peru, in the country where he spent many years, people see him as a local hero, but some, such as Rebecca Tabiani, an American living in Rome, expressed disappointment that the United States already has too much power. It remains to be seen how Pope Leo XIV will lead the church in the future. Will he continue the reforms or will he take a new direction? How do you think this historic election will affect the Catholic Church? Share your comments with us. For more news, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and don't forget to like the video. See you soon.